If you're following along, we are looking at our analytics, and we are now on our interest viewers tab at the top of YouTube Studio. And this is a great tab to see which videos specifically are performing well for your channel. And again, this is in the last 28 days. I know I keep saying that, but the information will change dramatically when you change the time frame. So if we were to look at all of 2018, the Thoughts on Harbor Freight's new premium brands is only the 4th most popular video. We're in the last 28 days. It is the most popular video. And the most popular last year is not even on the list this month. So it's worth it to go back different time frames, but the last 28 days is definitely a good indicator of the direction of your channel because it's your most recent content. So let's look at the overall watch time for the last 28 days is 597,000 minutes. Again, that's pretty low for us. We haven't posted many videos in the past few months as we've been working on other projects. But you can see that the average view duration is 3 minutes and 9 seconds. And for us, that is pretty average. Of course, you would always like to see that higher. But in my experience, YouTube video viewers tend to have an attention span of between 3 and 5 minutes. So even if you make videos, 10 and 12 minutes long, the view duration will stick around that less than 5 minute mark, which to me is an indicator that videos should stay less than 5 minutes so that you can keep the attention of your viewers the whole time. But there are certainly, arguments against that, and there are plenty of YouTubers who make very long form content and do it very successfully. But that is our average view duration. Yours might be more or less depending on the type of video you make. The top videos is the list that is most helpful for me on this tab, and if we click on that, we can open up the screen here and see which videos are performing the best in the past 28 days. So the Thoughts on Harbor Freight's new premium brands. Again, we discovered this in our last video that the Harbor Freight review videos seem to work well on YouTube as a whole. There's many reviews of Harbor Freight tools, and ours plays into that genre nicely, and so YouTube is recommending it. Make Alexa Control Anything is a video where I kind of hack Amazon's Echo to control some stuff around the shop, and so DIY projects and electronics like that are always fun to do, and apparently are doing very well this month. The DIY powder coating, we actually saw this in the keywords. So this didn't pop up on our first video, but it did pop up in our keyword search that DIY powder coating seemed to be something that people were searching for. And so more DIY powder coating projects would be a great way to grow our channel. This is a very old video, Why I Love My Scooter versus a motorcycle. And it has consistently performed well. So I'm not quite sure what I did in that video, but I made that video probably 5 years ago, and it's still in the top 5 most viewed videos on our channel, which is definitely interesting. If we exit out and go back, something that we definitely underutilize on our channel, which do as I say, not as I do, playlists are a great way to improve watch time because it automatically loads the next video that you think is best for a viewer. So in our case, we do have playlists, we do use them, but we don't promote them enough. And so our money playlist, if you click on this, it doesn't let me drill down to show you the exact videos in the money playlist. But any video that we make about personal finance goes in the money playlist. And so when people find that playlist, they're able to watch, probably 30 or 50 videos just on the topic of personal finance by us. The Stupid Strong DIY CNC, we know that that one is performing well based on our suggested videos, our top suggested videos, because each of the parts in succession are suggested one after another. And so by having those in a playlist, we know that that is doing very well. The how-to video playlist is a little surprising to me, as that's the majority of our channel, that it's number 5, whereas the Investing in the Stock Market with Jim Collins only has a few videos in it, and it's not even a finished series. So that tells me that we should be making more personal finance videos. Not only is money our number 1 playlist, but also the stock market series with Jim Collins, which is an unfinished series, is ahead of our how-to videos. So that's definitely something for us to consider. And you can look at your playlists and get that same kind of information. If we come down, cards we've talked about in a previous lesson, and this shows you how those cards are performing. So our number one performing card for the past month has been Miter Saw cabinet plans. So this is a free PDF that I offered to our viewers with plans for a miter saw cabinet. And so you can see that 4.6% of viewers clicked on that to get those PDF plans to make that themselves. Investing for beginners, I'm not sure what that card is. That's a suggested video. So you can see a free, piece of digital product outperforms a suggested video in the card. So that's something to consider, that offering free giveaways or freebies in your cards is a great way to improve engagement with your cards, which YouTube sees as a signal that your community is involved in your channel, and they like to see that kind of thing. End screens, we don't utilize enough, but you can see that when we do it, it is pretty effective. And the elements that work best, the video that we suggested at the end of this end screen on the Harbor Freight video outperformed the best for the viewer that YouTube suggested. So that's interesting. I was able to choose a video that people were more interested than YouTube did. Next, we'll go to the Build an Audience tab, and we'll see where our subscribers are coming from and what type of people they are.